Should I go for a walk and everything goes down?
Yeah, of course, and you didn't have your phone or anything.
Wait, should I be excited?
I mean, it's good. It's progress. It's drama.
It is?
Yes. Whatchamacallit. So, I can't figure out how to start the story. Well, I guess yesterday the climax of a crazy day for Gigi was that she gets a call from Cheryl Connor, who's the president of promotion, you know, or marketing or whatever.
For what company?
At RCA, the one who was at the meeting, or at the showcase. And she was furious.
Why?
Someone at Sony Classical is leaking information because RCA found out about what was happening with Sony before we told them.
Oh.
Whoops. And they weren't pleased. But anyway, Daniel, or David, someone, there's too many names. He was yelling, I guess, at Cheryl and yelling at everyone because they were like, I thought the deal was done, we thought the deal was closed, what's wrong, like what happened? So Cheryl called Gigi and basically said that, like, what? How dare you shop Casey to other companies? I can't believe that you're doing that. We all know about Sony Classical, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's no, like, I'm getting yelled at, everyone's getting yelled at. We thought this deal was done, and Gigi was, like, feeling like she was psychic because she was saying a lot of times she is, or has psychic intuition, whatever. But earlier that day, she had emailed Gary saying, what do I do if RCA finds out? What do I say? And Gary had told her exactly what to say, and then boom, 2 hours later it comes up. So he told her to say, and she said to Cheryl, listen, we didn't have an exclusive, or you don't have an exclusive right on him right now. The deal's not done because your people are taking too long. They're dropping the ball. We haven't gotten any paperwork back. So then she was like, well, I don't know, blah, blah. And then Cheryl was like, I know I shouldn't even be talking to you. And Gigi's like, that's right. You have no right to call me and say these things. You shouldn't be talking to me at all.
Go, Gigi.
So then Gigi was like, at first she was scared, she didn't know. And then Larry called her from a ball game on his vacation. He was at the Yankee game or whatever. Calls her because obviously the shit hit the fan. So everyone was freaked out, I guess. So Larry calls and says, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Yes, we know. He's like, but I understand that it's our fault. You know, it's been 3 weeks. Things are taking way too long. The business affairs people are not on the ball. He's like, I don't know, blah, blah. And Gigi was like, listen, Casey is sitting here with no money. They have to move in 2 weeks. We have to get him out of that neighborhood. He has nowhere to go, no money. And he needs to be, like, creative. I need to get him in the studio. I need to get the ball rolling, not sitting around in contract negotiations, because that's not creative for him. Those are my needs. She's like, that's what I need for my client. And you're not doing it. And he was like, listen, what do you need in the contract? What is it that you have to have? She was like, the mechanical royalties need to be 100%. We can think. Because we need to celebrate. Do we?
We need to celebrate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I had a conference call with Gary and Gigi on the sidewalk. For some reason, neither of us heard our phones ringing in the restaurant where we spent $250.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's go. Anyway, I didn't hear my phone.
I'm not gonna be able to hear you.
Yeah. So I didn't hear my phone ringing. So then we leave, and I've got 2 messages from Gigi going, where are you? Gary needs to talk to you right now. He's going to Alaska tomorrow. I'm like, okay. I know, Alaska? What the fuck? So, anyway, Gary said, basically he was like, listen, we need to talk about this stuff, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I've been dealing with RCA and Sony all day today. Sony came back today with an offer that is much larger than RCA's. The advance money in my pocket is the same, but the album budget is bigger. My royalties on the albums is much bigger. They gave me 20%.
Wow.
Instead of 15, which is all RCA would budge. He feels that their marketing would be a lot more creative. They may change the name of the label to Odyssey, Sony Odyssey, to go with Epic. Or something like that, because they don't want to be associated as just Sony Classical anymore, which is interesting. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So, Gary said, I think the choice is very, very obvious. Peter has said that you can have, like, carte blanche. You're going to be the big fish in the small pond. You can make the album you want to make. You can do all this crazy stuff. They're going to do a lot with marketing and promotion. So he said, I think this is the deal that you should take. And I said, okay, well, I appreciate your advice. If that's what you think I should do, then that's what we should do. When will it be closed? And he said, next week. He said, I have a few fine points to negotiate, but everything else is already negotiated.
So you're gonna go with Sony?
I'm gonna go with Sony next week.
You're gonna go with Anne's label?
I'm gonna go with Anne's label, and she did it
Anne,
for
you're the
us.
woman of the hour. What do you have to say?
No.
Anne, what do you have to say?
I wanted what was best for him. But I know that we would take care of him, and Sony stepped up, and look what happened. So.
Cool. Yay!
I'm not good on